Hi everyone, welcome back. So we're just going to be jumping right in. I'm going to be priming my eyes like always. I'm using the Urban Decay Primer Potion in Eden. This is just going to make sure our eyeshadow lasts the entire night, and it's also going to make the eyeshadows come out a lot more pigmented. So I'm starting off with this kind of peachy orange color from the Jaclyn Hill Favorites palette, and I'm just going to be applying that on the crease with my Sigma E35 brush. This is going to be kind of our transition color. The next color I'm taking is Cosmopolitan by Geek. I'm just going to be wetting this with some Fix Plus. If you don't have Fix Plus, you can also just use water. I'm taking my Diva SO5 brush and applying this all on the eyelid. This eyeshadow actually looks really pretty without wetting it. The only reason I wet it was because I wanted it to look more metallic, but it ended up looking a lot more orange. But if you don't wet it, trust me, it looks really nice and peachy. The next color I'm using is Mango Tango, also by Geek. I'm just going to be applying this with my Diva SO6 Tapered Blender brush right on the crease to really help that Cosmopolitan blend. I'm going in with this chocolate brown from the Jaclyn Hill Favorites palette. This is my favorite color out of the entire palette. So I'm just going to be applying this with my Diva SO7 Pro Blender brush in the outer corner of the eye, and I'm going to slowly work inwards on the crease. Now that I have the eyeshadows placed, I'm going to go in with my favorite blending brush. This is the Sigma E35, and I'm just going to make sure I go in there and really buff everything out. Moving on, I am taking the it's the NYC liquid liner in black. I'm just going to be lining my eyes like always, just creating a wing. And of course, I am going to be applying false lashes, so all I'm doing right here is just giving my top lashes a thin coat. For lashes, I am taking House of Lashes and Starlet. These are my favorite lashes ever. I always try to switch it up using different lashes, but I always go back to these. Moving on, I am taking the Mirabella Face Primer. This thing is super smooth. I really like it because this thing will leave your face seriously like a baby's butt. So I'm going to be needing a smooth canvas for today because the foundation I'm using is a Nars luminous, I don't know what it's called, but you guys know which one is it. Everybody's talking about this thing. At first, I hated this foundation. It was clinging on to all of my dry areas, and that is why I use that primer, because it really smoothens out the skin. And this is a foundation that I will definitely love for summer because my face does get very oily. So if you have dry skin, believe me, you will hate this foundation. And I'm just applying this with a round top kabuki brush. I'm applying the Maybelline Age Rewind Concealer. I'm going to be applying this underneath the eyes. It's going to highlight and conceal at the same time. So I'm just going to go ahead and blend this out with my fingers. To balance that out, I'm just going to be applying this also on my T-zone, which is my forehead, nose, cupid's bow, and chin. I am now taking the Rimmel Stay Matte Long Lasting Pressed Powder in Transparent, and I'm just going to set everywhere where I applied concealer. You mainly want to put this underneath the eyes so the concealer will not crease. I'm just using this Real Techniques setting brush. Going back to the eyes, I'm taking this NYX Wonder Pencil in Light. This is just going to brighten up the eyes and make them look more awake. So I'm applying this on the waterline. I'm going to go back in with that peach orange color from the Jaclyn Hill Favorites palette by Morphe, and I'm just going to be applying this underneath the eyes with this NYX B17 brush. Now I'm going to be going in with that chocolate brown from that same Jaclyn Hill Favorites palette, and I'm going to go underneath the lower lash line, and I'm just applying this with my Sigma E15 brush. I'm just going back in with my NYX B17 brush, and I'm going to make sure I blend that out. Now that the lower lash line is done, I'm just going to go ahead and coat the bottom lashes. Going back to the face, I'm taking the Bahama Mama by the Balm bronzer, and I'm just going to contour the face. I'm using the e.l.f. small stipple brush. This has been my favorite brush to contour my face, and it's only like $3. I really recommend it. So I'm just going underneath the cheekbones, my forehead. I'm also going to contour a little bit on the chin and nose. For blush, I went in with Romance by Makeup Geek. I thought this blush went pretty well with this look. It's kind of like a peachy pink as well. And I'm just going to be applying this with my Makeup Addiction small angled brush. I'm going back to the eyes just one more time. I'm taking Shimma Shimma by Makeup Geek. This is my go-to inner corner highlight color. I just really like it. So I'm just applying this with this small flat brush from Makeup Addiction. Finally, moving on to lips, I am taking Spice by MAC. This is just a lip liner, and all I'm doing is lining the lips, and I always like to ombre it just so the lip liner won't look so harsh. I'm then taking this OCC lip tar in Divine, and right above that, I'm going to take this NYX lip gloss called VIP. Alright everyone, so that pretty much completes this look. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you so much, and I'll see you guys on my next one. Bye.